Are you ready for a movie about a book about the making of a movie? Is James Franco doing a Tommy Wiseau impression, or is Tommy Wiseau doing a James Dean impression? Cheap. Cheap cheap? What the fuck is going on here? All this and more in today's episode of Pulling Focus. Hello fellow cinephiles, what is up? My name's Lou, and today we're playing tuxedo football with the Disaster Artist. The film tells the tale of how Greg Sestero, played by Dave Franco, meets Tommy Wiseau, played by James Franco. Two brothers that look a lot alike, playing two unrelated dudes that look nothing alike. Okay. Greg and Tommy would go on to make a movie called The Room that would become a sort of cult classic. If you watched my last Pulling Focus episode, you know where I stand on The Room. I think the cardigan suits me, but for those that didn't, I ultimately enjoyed The Room's ability to entertain me enough to ignore the fact that it's a terrible film. The Disaster Artist is based on the book of the same name written by Sestero about the making of The Room. I read the book in the 3 days between when I saw The Room and when I watched The Disaster Artist, so I may be suffering from a bit of Wiseau overload, but let's do this anyway. As is normal, a lot of things from the book were changed or simplified, but the majority of what made the book great is present here. If you've seen the trailers for this movie, you know exactly what you're getting here. The performances are all solid, with the standout being James Franco as Tommy Wiseau. If you hadn't seen The Room or an interview with Wiseau at any point, you might incorrectly assume this is a terrible impression. And that's what makes this character compelling. He really is as weird as portrayed by the elder Franco. He even managed to gimp out one of his eyelids. That shit is bananas. Because I read the book so close to when I saw the movie, there were a few details I missed or didn't quite understand them leaving out. I won't spoil anything, but Sestero's mom seemed meaner in reality than as portrayed by Mullally. Also, one of the things I found super amusing in the book was that anytime that Greg and Tommy would take a road trip, Tommy would fall asleep immediately when Greg was driving, and then he'd wake back up instinctually as they were arriving at their destination. This detail further spooks Sestero into wondering if Tommy is in fact a vampire. I think this gag would have worked nicely in the film, and I'm not sure why they left it out. As I said, the spirit of the book was preserved, but there was a few flavor details they left out that I missed. Beyond the elder Franco's performance, I also enjoyed Seth Rogan as Sandy, the script supervisor / AD. Something about Seth Rogan just makes me happy. It's been that way since the 40-year-old virgin.
Kind of feel bad for the horse.
Zac Efron did a great job as Chris R., though he was sorely in need of an extra 6 inches in height. And Josh Hutcherson plays a convincing Denny, which is to say that I wasn't sure if he was a 15-year-old kid or a 26-year-old mentally challenged adult, just like the real Denny. I worry that becoming so fully engrossed by everything Wiseau over the last couple of weeks has given this movie an unfair advantage. The mystery of Tommy Wiseau. How did he make his money? Where's that accent from? How fucking old is he? If needing answers is more important to you than just soaking up the atmosphere, you may leave this film disappointed. But as a companion piece to the source material, I thoroughly enjoyed seeing these stories brought to life. And my wife Tammy, who has not read the book and is significantly less interested in all things Wiseau than I am, still left the film with a smile on her face. So I don't think my review here is too biased. In fact, my favorite part of the film might be during the end credits, when you get to see comparisons of scenes from The Room contrasted with versions done by the cast of The Disaster Artist. These guys and gals truly seem to embody the spirit of what made The Room such a cult classic. It's like seeing a good cover band do the hits. Just enough of the original, but with some new shit too. And it's pretty goddamn entertaining. That said, if you're not at all interested in Tommy Wiseau, who he is, why he is, this ain't the one for you. But for me, it's like a sore dick. You can't beat it. Thanks for stopping by to chat about The Disaster Artist. If you like what I do or are feeling generous, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video and liking and subscribing and whatnot. And please join me next time when I'll show you the right way to oil a chainsaw. Yeah, that's a euphemism.